Today I'm making beef vegetable soup. I already have my beef and my onions in my pot browning. I'm using beef short ribs and onion, and I'm going to be putting potatoes that I've already cut up in there, and a can of mixed vegetables, a can of petite diced onions, 3 or 4 cans of beef broth, depending on how much I need. And then I'm going to be putting salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, season all, and that's all for the seasonings. So I'm just going to go ahead and brown the meat just a little bit on each side. Sorry for the bad camera work. I'm trying to do this as I hold the camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and brown the meat. And then I'm going to add in all my other ingredients. Beef broth. You don't have to brown the meat all the way because it's going to cook, but you can if you want to. So I'm going to add in all my beef broth first. Some salt. I don't measure my salt and pepper and stuff. I just put in what I think, and then you can taste it as you go and always add in more. This is garlic powder that I'm putting in now. And I don't put too much seasonal in it after I've already put salt, because it already has salt in it too. So I put just a little bit of that. And this is onion powder. So I just shake some in there. And then I'm going to add in tomatoes. And this is petite diced tomatoes. I have that can. Okay. Petite diced tomatoes. A can of that. A can of mixed vegetables. You don't have to put in the mixed vegetables. You can just do potatoes and beef soup, which sometimes I do that, but today I'm putting in the mixed vegetables. And let me give that a stir. Kind of looks like I'm running out of room. Might have needed a bigger pot than this. I eat soup year-round. I don't just eat it in the fall or the winter. I like to eat it year-round. And I don't eat it every day when it's warm, but I do eat it sometimes. But you just mix everything up together, and I'll let that come to a full boil. And once it comes to a full boil, I'll turn it down to about medium or just below medium heat. And I'll put a lid on it, and I'll let it cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. And then I let it sit. I like to let mine sit either out on the stove for a little while, or if it's going to be longer than like an hour or something, I'll put it in the refrigerator and let it sit all day. And then I'll heat it up, and to me it just tastes so much better that way. But once it comes to a boil, you'll turn it down to medium heat or just below medium and cook it for about an hour to an hour and a half. If you're not going to let it sit for a little while, you might need to cook it a little bit longer than an hour or an hour and a half, depending on if the potatoes are tender, which they should be. And once this gets done, what I'll do is I'll make some rice separately, and I'll put rice in the bottom of my soup bowl, and I'll pour my soup over my rice. I really like to eat soup that way. Some people like it with cornbread, some people like it with crackers, but I like it with rice. And it's really good that way. If you've never tried soup that way, it really gives it more of a, it fills you up more. So that's my own recipe for homemade soup. I hope you like it.